A few days ago, I posted a video about Muslim apologists telling their followers to false flag my videos as hate speech in order to get me banned from YouTube and Patreon.
Advice to all the Muslims out there who've seen this video, go to the section where it says report and report the video. Flag the video as hate, speech against Islam.
I've already been permanently banned from Twitter. My account is still there, but I'm locked out of it. And now we're seeing the same thing happening on Facebook, which is weird because I just said
I don't think I'll be banned from Facebook because I don't do much on Facebook, but we'll see what happens there.
on April 6th, I got this warning message from Facebook. This post goes against our community standards. It looks like something you posted doesn't follow our community standards. I wrote, a devout Muslim has threatened to rape my mother in front of me. And I included a screenshot of the exchange. From the religion of peace, we have censored off, you blind twit. You will get a taste of it in your grave when the angel will show you what you could have had. Then the doors of hell will open to you, and well see who has the last laugh, you lying piece of censored. I'll rape your mum in front of you. You can't do censored, four-eyed twit. I replied, weird. Most Muslims who threaten my family either say they're going to murder my children or rape my wife, but you seem to be obsessed with my mother. Do you have some sort of fetish for grandmothers who are 50 plus years old? Creepy. You know your prophet preferred 9-year-old girls, right? Now, this post was from April of 2015. It's 4 years old. Facebook sent me a warning about it on April 6th of 2019. Why is Facebook sending me a warning about something I posted 4 years ago? Apparently, this is just to take me through the proper steps towards a full ban, because 2 days ago, I got this message. This post goes against our community standards. It looks like something you posted doesn't follow our community standards. What's the post? It's a famous historical photo of Adolf Hitler's meeting with the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Hajj Amin al-Husseini. You can see this photograph in Time magazine, on Wikipedia, and so on. But now, for some strange reason, it's a bannable offense to post this picture on Facebook. Here's the punishment. You're temporarily blocked from posting. This temporary block will last 3 days, and you won't be able to post on Facebook until it's finished. If you post something that goes against our standards again, your account will be blocked for 7 days. For violations after that, your account will be blocked even longer. Please keep in mind that people who repeatedly post things that aren't allowed on Facebook may have their accounts permanently disabled. A 3-day ban for posting a historical photograph. What does this mean? It means that Facebook can point to pretty much anything I've ever posted and say, this violates our community standards, so we're blocking you. And I'm not the only one. Sam Shamoon was recently blocked for 3 days. Guess what he was blocked for? Violating the community standards on posting nudity. Anyone remember Sam posting nude photographs? Neither does anyone else who follows his page. It's a totally false accusation. After Sam's 3-day ban was up, he was banned for another 7 days for another made-up charge. Al-Fadi was just banned for 30 days. What's going on here? Interestingly, someone sent Sam some screenshots of some posts in the Muslim group Cyber Jihad. From Jared Jackson, probably a fake name given what this group does. Just for everybody to be positive, here are some results of our reportings. We can make a difference by eliminating these paid missionaries, haters, liars accounts, groups, and pages. Please report and post links of the ones you want us to report. This is just another way to stop them from spreading lies and hate against Islam. And look at some of this guy's work. You anonymously reported Sam Shamoon's post for displaying nudity. You anonymously reported Sam Shamoon's post for displaying hate speech. Here he shares another guy's work. You anonymously reported Al-Fadi's comment for harassment. What's going on here? There are groups of Muslims going around flagging everything on Sam's page, Al-Fadi's page, my page, and the pages of anyone else who criticizes Islam. How does this work? Well, let's say Muslims flag 100 of my posts. Those flags go to reviewers at Facebook. For most of the flags, a reviewer looks at the post and says, this is a false flag. There's nothing here that violates any of our rules. But occasionally, the reviewer will be sympathetic to the Muslims who are flagging the content. He might be a Muslim or a leftist or someone else who doesn't like us. So he goes ahead and bans us over a false flag. As a side note, notice that when Muslims tell other Muslims that they're getting us blocked by lying about us, it never occurs to any of them to say, hey, wait a minute, lying is wrong. If I went into a Christian discussion group and I said that I'm having Muslims deplatformed by lying about them, Christians would rebuke me for lying. But if you follow the God who brags about being the best of deceivers and a prophet who says war is deceit, honesty just doesn't enter into the discussion. So I've been banned for 3 days. What do you think is going to happen when that ban is up? I'm going to get banned again, this time for 7 days over complete nonsense. And since I'm immediately going to repost the picture of the Grand Mufti's meeting with Hitler, they can block me for the exact same offense. The Facebook reporting system has been weaponized by cyber jihadis. Twitter's reporting system has been weaponized by cyber jihadis. YouTube's reviewers do a better job of spotting false flags, but they occasionally fall for it as well. I had a video taken down in February as hate speech. That video was pretty tame by my channel's standards. Absolutely no hate speech in it. But it was blocked anyway. I know some of you are thinking, well, so what? We can just go other places on the internet. But YouTube and Facebook and Twitter are some of the quickest ways to share information the world has ever seen. If those platforms are eventually dominated by one perspective, Islam is great and there are no problems with it, then that's the only perspective that gets shared on the world's top platforms for sharing information. That would be bad. But let's think about the bright side for a moment. Why are there groups of Muslims spending all their time trying to have us deplatformed? Seems like they're scared, doesn't it? Seems like they're looking around and seeing their friends leave Islam, and they're getting desperate because we're only growing. Ex-Muslim channels are popping up left and right, and they're growing. Do the cyber jihadis who are targeting us think that they can win if all sides are allowed to state their cases openly and freely? No, they don't. They know they'll lose, so they have to try to block the spread of information. If we don't let them block the spread of information, what hope do they have for their profit? None. Islam's claims about Muhammad can only survive in an atmosphere of ignorance. We're removing the ignorance and the claims are dying. Now, I don't see any way for me and Sam and Al-Fadi to avoid being banned by Facebook since we're already in the process of being banned. It's just going to be one ban after another. All we can do is have a backup plan in place. Let me go through my backups for everyone. I really like YouTube. I don't want to get banned from YouTube. In the past several months, I've gone from a little over 1 million views per month to a little over 1 million views per week just by posting videos more regularly. If I can keep it up, if I can avoid getting distracted, at current rates of growth, I'll be getting 1 million views a day by the end of the year. That's a huge impact. That's why the cyber jihadis are terrified. That's why I don't want to get banned. But if I do get banned, we'll just start over on a platform that doesn't want to be a pawn in the hands of the global jihad. My video backups, if I get banned by YouTube, are BitChute and Minds. The links to my accounts are in the description box. I might do a separate video on why I think that Minds is soon going to become a very popular alternative to YouTube. But for now, I'll be posting backups of my videos on Minds and BitChute. I go live sometimes, usually with guests. My backup for live streaming, in case I get banned by YouTube, is DLive. I don't have an account there yet, but I just saw earlier today that PewDiePie is now using DLive for live streaming, which means that DLive is probably going to start blowing up. And it would be fantastic for there to be serious alternatives to the main platforms. As long as there's nowhere else we can go, the main platforms can treat users like garbage and tell us what we're allowed to say. If people start flocking to other sites, you're going to see the main platforms get a lot more serious about keeping people happy. So kudos to PewDiePie for sticking it to YouTube. I really don't care about getting blocked by Twitter and Facebook, aside from the principle involved. I've never been a huge fan of Twitter or Facebook. I used them, but only because they're popular. Once they started banning people for their opinions, I really wasn't terribly interested in being on these platforms. Since I'm already blocked from Twitter, I've made a Gab account. I haven't started using it consistently yet, but I'll get there. The link to my Gab page is in the description box. As an alternative to Facebook, I think Minds might work for that as well. Minds is like a kind of cross between YouTube and Facebook. You can post videos, but you can also post messages or pictures. So we'll see what happens there. My backup, if I get banned by Patreon, is Subscribestar. The links to both accounts are in the description box. Some of my supporters on Patreon have been asking me if they should switch to Subscribestar. I would say yes if you personally don't want to use Patreon anymore. Due to the way that Patreon has banned certain creators, some people don't feel comfortable using the platform anymore. If that's you, then by all means, don't use the platform. My view is that I'm going to continue using all of these platforms until they ban me and then expose them for banning me. And when they do ban me, whether it's Patreon or YouTube or whatever, I'd like to be as popular as I can be on that platform so that people notice. So I wouldn't tell anyone to leave these platforms, but if you don't want to use one or more of these platforms, don't use them. And if you leave a platform, be sure to send them a message telling them why you're leaving. If I end up getting banned by Patreon and Subscribestar, I'll probably go crypto or something. Whatever happens, we'll make it work and we'll keep pressing forward. To the cyber jihadis who are watching, I'll say it again. You cowards, if you want to stop me, or even if you want to slow me down, you'd better saw my head off. Because apart from that, I'm coming after your prophet. Only I'm not going to be nearly as gentle on him as I've been in the past. Hugs and kisses.